Now I'm showing you first some stuff in the math side of things. The first thing that I'm going to show you is the calculator. Click on calculator again right up here by the zoom in, zoom out button, and click on it, and I can do any one of a number of things, including getting the square root of 7. I can enter my answer a bunch of different ways, and these are some of the math tools. I can just type it in on the keyboard, 23.08, or if I delete that, I can also type it in here on the number pad. Delete going forward, this is backspace, this is also backspace. Then I can move within the number if I forgot a number within my answer. And that is that. Additionally, I can mark certain questions for review as we went over in the student testing interface video. You can click here and hit mark for review. Now, if I were to hit end test and go through, I would see that I've marked number 2 for review, and I could go back and look at question number 2. Additionally, as we've gone over on previous videos, I can zoom in to make everything on the page bigger, or zoom out to make everything smaller. Again, this has the same effect on every part of the test, including the answer key or the answer boxes, as well as the questions themselves and the passage from which we're reading. So if I wanted to eliminate a specific answer, just so that I wouldn't have to look at it or consider it, I can click with 2 fingers on whatever answer on the MacBook Air, or at the elementary school level I can hold down Control and then click on it, and this gives me a bunch of different options. I can use the notepad, I can mark it for review, or I can strike through it, which means that now I'm no longer considering it. So we have one other tool from the math section, and that is the glossary. Now this is sometimes available in the English section as well, but you can use the dictionary or thesaurus to suffice. But if you see here, there's little gray dotted lines on above and below each of these words. And when I click on the word, it brings up the glossary. Now the gray dotted lines are what let me know that there's a definition of that word in the glossary. Now we're checking out the second part of the ELA performance task, and we've got some interesting universal tools available here. The first one that I'll show you is similar to the digital notepad, but it's what's called global notes, and this is the kind of thing that will travel with you throughout the performance task. So if you were to make a note to yourself on the first performance task, it would then carry over with you to the second one. Additionally, we have the ability to highlight. So I can highlight this passage, and I would select the whole thing using the cursor. Then I would click with 2 fingers, or hold down Control and click, and then select Highlight Selection, and that would highlight it in the text so I could easily refer to it, because this is kind of a long passage, as you'll see. Additionally, we do have a dictionary that's built into the English language arts performance task. We have a dictionary available where students can look up any particular word. It's available right up here, and when you click on it, you'll see the last word that you looked up, and you can choose a thesaurus or a dictionary depending on what you're looking for, and click the X to get out of it. You do have the opportunity to expand any passage to take up the full screen. It's done by this button right here, and it's just as simple as if I wanted to read with the narrower margin, I'd look over here. If I wanted to read with the full screen, I'd tap it, and there we have it. So here we are in the ELA performance task, and in this dialog box we've got a number of different writing tools available to us. They're mostly available for longer written portions, and I'm just going to go over a couple of them with you right now. So I think these are pretty self-explanatory: bold, italic, underline. Then if I wanted to remove any of that, I would hit the TX button, and that would get rid of everything. We also have numbering, which I can turn off and on and off, bulleting, which I can turn on and off. We have an indent. This is increase indent here, and then we have decrease indent here that I can get rid of. Now if I wanted to cut something, I could cut that piece of text, and if I wanted to undo it, I could undo it. If I wanted to redo it, I could redo it and also undo it. Additionally, here we have copy, so I could copy that, and then I could click somewhere else and paste that same word. Now, if I wanted to check my spelling, I would then just hit spell check, and it looks like I've got everything spelled correctly, hopefully. And finally, special characters over here. So if I wanted to use something that wasn't available to me, or it does have the full keyboard here, but if I wanted to use something that wasn't available to me without not using the Option key or the Shift key, then I could insert it there. And that is that for writing tools.